What's up internet, I am Manish from rebellionwriter.com and I am back with another Oracle Database 18c tutorial. Here we will learn how to unlock schemas or say users in Oracle Database 18c. Since the starting of multi-tenant architecture with Oracle Database 12c, all the high privileged users like sys and system were placed inside the container database, and other schemas like HR and OE were moved to the pluggable database which you have created during your installation. So in simple words, Oracle is still shipping those sample schemas as part of the package. Before we jump onto this tutorial, I just want to tell you two things. First, in this video, we will be using the same settings that we did in the previous video while installing the 18c. So I would suggest you to go ahead and watch the installation video first. Second, for the demonstration, I will unlock the HR schema, but you can follow these same steps to unlock any other sample schema that you want. Now that I have informed you, let's not waste any time and start the tutorial. Step 1. Find out the container ID. To unlock the user, we need to find out the database service corresponding to our pluggable database which is containing our sample schemas. For that, we require the container ID of that pluggable database. Let's quickly find out that container ID. First, connect to your database using sysuser. For those who don't know how to do that, let me quickly tell you. First, write SQL plus, followed by /, then the keyword as, and the role sysdba. Then hit enter. You will be connected to your database with the sysuser. Great. Earlier I told you that in multi-tenant architecture, all the high privileged users like sys are placed inside the container database, and other users like HR and OE were moved to the default pluggable database. Now the question is, how do we get to know whether we are connected to a container database or a pluggable database? Although I was intent on finding out the container ID, but with such good question, you guys have managed to distract me. Great. Now let me answer this question. To know whether you are connected to a container database or a pluggable database, you can query a property known as con_name like this. As you can see, right now I'm connected to cdb $root. The first three initials show the type of database you are connected with. CDB implies container database and PDB implies pluggable database. Having answered that, now let's come back to our topic. To find out the container ID, you can query the $PDBS dynamic performance view. Let's see how. But first, let's clear the screen and set the format for the column so that the output will be more readable. Screen cleared. Now let's set the format. Format set. Great. Now let's find out the container ID. The output of this SQL query will show us the name and the container ID of all the pluggable databases created inside the cbd $root container with which we are currently connected. Let's check the output. As you can see, here we got two pluggable databases, pdb $seed with container ID 2 and orcl pdb with container ID 3. Among these two, orcl pdb is the same one which we created during the installation. pdb $seed is the seed pluggable database and a system supplied template which a container database uses for creating user defined pluggable databases. I suggest you not to tamper with this. Taking that in knowledge, orcl pdb will become our pluggable database of interest. So now we have the name and container ID of our pluggable database which has all our sample users. With this, step 1 is complete. Now let's jump to the step 2. Step 2. Find out the service name. Now using the container ID of orcl pdb pluggable database, we will find out its service name. Usually pluggable database and its service shares the same name, but it's good practice to check it out beforehand. Let's do that. To find out the service name corresponding to our pluggable database, we can query v$active_services dynamic performance view. Let me show you how. Using this query, we are retrieving the service name corresponding to container ID 3, which is the container ID for our pluggable database ORCL PDB. Let's see the output. So both our pluggable database and its corresponding service shares the same name. Great. Now we know the name of our pluggable database, its container ID, and its corresponding database service name. Now let's jump to the next step. Step number 3. Create an entry in TNSNAMES.Ora file. Now, using the name of our pluggable database and its corresponding service, we need to create an entry for our listener. There are two ways of doing that. We can either use netca utility or we can do it manually. I'll go with the later option as it is less time consuming. That means we need to find the TNSNAMES.Ora file first. Let's search it. TNSNAMES.Ora is a network configuration file. Thus, you will find it inside the network folder, which in turn is located inside our DB home. So let's go and get our file. My DB home folder is inside my D drive. Yours could be somewhere else. Here is my DB home. Let's get into it. Now we have to find a folder with name networks. Here it is. Let's open it. Fine. Now you have to go to this admin folder. Great. Here is our TNSNAMES.Ora file. Open it with an editor of your choice. I'm using Notepad++. First of all, chances are there that the content of your TNSNAMES.Ora file may look different than mine, so don't panic. You can check the corresponding blog to find the entry which we are going to create now. I will also upload this TNSNAMES.Ora file on my Git repository. If you want, you can download it from there. All the links are in the description. That being said, let's make the changes here. To save time, we are going to copy this ORCL block and paste it at the end of this same file and make the necessary modifications. Let's do that. Copy done. Now let's go to the end of the file and paste it. Done. Now change the name of this entry from ORCL to ORCL PDB, which is the name of our pluggable database. Make sure to keep the name in all caps. Great. Now come to the section where it says service_name equals to ORCL. Here change the service name ORCL with ORCL PDB, the name of our service which we just found out, this time in small letters. Done. Now save the file and close it. And now open a fresh command prompt with administrative privileges. Let me fix it. Looking great. We just added a new service to our network configuration file. It is not activated yet. To bring these new changes into action, we need to restart the listener. We can do that just by writing lsnrctl reload. Great, the command completed successfully, which means we have successfully added a network TNS service entry and it is activated now. With this, the step number 3 is completed. Now let's move to the next step. Step 4. Switch from container database to pluggable database. First, let's close all these windows and open a fresh command prompt. Great. As all other users are logged, so we have no choice but to connect to the database using sysuser. Great. So far, one thing which is very clear to all of us is that all the high privileged users like sys are placed inside a container database. This means whenever we connect to our database using any of these high privileged users, the Oracle server automatically connects us to their native container database. But we also know that all our sample schemas are placed inside the pluggable database, which means to unlock them, we need to switch from the container database with which we are connected right now to the pluggable database. Let's do that. But first, let's clear the screen. Done. Now let's write the query. To switch your database, you need to write an altered session DDL query like this. Here you assign the name of your database to the container field. In our case, the name of that database is ORCLPDB. Hit enter. Session altered. Before we do anything, let's quickly check whether we have switched from $root container database to ORCLPDB pluggable database or not. And we know how to do that, don't we? The output confirms that we are right now connected to a desirable pluggable database, which is ORCLPDB. That being done, let's move to the final step. Step 5. Unlock the HR user. Again, for this demonstration, I am unlocking the HR user, whereas you can use these steps for unlocking any other sample user you want. Fine. In order to perform any DDL or DML, the database needs to be in open mode. Chances are that the pluggable database over which you just switched may not be opened or in mount state. In any case, there is no harm in checking. I promise a sweet simple select statement and nothing else. We will again write a query on $PDBS view. But this time we will be selecting the value from the column open mode along with the name of the currently connected database. Let's do that. I guess we should set the format for our column first so that our output will be more readable. Good. Now let's write the query. This select statement will show you the open mode along with the name of the database which you are currently connected to. Let's see the output. This output shows that our database is in mount state. Now we need to open it, and for that we need to write an alter pluggable database DDL. Let me show you how. Pluggable database altered. Okay, let's once again run the previous select statement and confirm the open mode of our database. Now the open mode for ORCLPDB is read write, which is perfect. Now let's write the final alter DDL which will unlock the HR schema. But before that, let's clear the screen. Done. Here write the name of the user you want to unlock. In my case, it will be the HR user. If you want to unlock any other user, write its name here. Here, write the password you want for your user account. I will set HR as the password for the HR user. You can set whatever you want. Next, write. This parameter will set the status of the HR user to unlock. Hit enter. User altered. Here you have your HR account unlocked. That's all we have to do. Make sure to read the corresponding blog to learn the proper way of connecting with your database using the sample schema which you just unlocked. Link is in the description. That's it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed watching and learned something new. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it on your social media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's the tutorial on how to unlock HR user in Oracle Database 18c. Thanks for watching. This is Manish from RebellionWriter.com.